I don't know about you guys, but that looked like a near-perfect game from the Lakers, even without LeBron James. Everything clicked. Their offense was sharp. Luka Dončić went nuclear with a near 50-point night, dropping a 49-point triple-double, this time officially locking it in after nearly doing it with 43 in the season opener. Austin Reaves putting up 25, Rui Hachimura getting 23, even DeAndre stepping up with 15 and finally looking alive after that week opener. And their defense? Actually solid for once. Massive credit to Marcus Smart and Jarred Vanderbilt off the bench. The Lakers came out sloppy in the first quarter, barely playing any real defense. But Smart came in and lit a fire under the team. That five-man squad of Smart, Luka, Reaves, Rui, and Vanderbilt ended the second quarter on a 16-5 run that totally flipped the game. And then, finally, the Lakers had a good third quarter, something they absolutely failed at during the season opener when they looked lifeless and gave Golden State a 15-point swing. Whatever J.J. Redick said in that locker room worked, because they came out swinging. Hopefully, that spark doesn't fade because this group finally looked like a real team. Smart and Vanderbilt deserve serious credit for changing the tone of the game, igniting that energy in the second quarter that bled into the third and never died out. Sure, their box scores won't impress you. 5 points combined on 1 of 4 shooting, but if you actually watch the game, you know exactly how big their impact was. Smart was everywhere, diving for loose balls, locking down on defense, annoying Anthony Edwards, and fueling transition plays that gave the Lakers life. That kind of hustle is contagious. No shock to me that Smart finished with a plus 24 plus minus, the highest on the team, all while scoring just 3 points. That says everything about his leadership intensity and how he pushed the team to wake up and fight. People will obsess over the 20-plus point scorers, but Smart and Vanderbilt deserve just as much love. Still, the whole team looked locked in, especially in the second half. The offense flowed, everyone contributed, not just Luka and Austin, but Rui and DeAndre stepped up huge. Rui looked aggressive for the first time this season, actually getting involved instead of just floating behind the arc. After taking only 6 bad threes in the opener, he took 13 shots tonight, made 10, and dropped 23 points on 10 for 13 shooting, hitting 2 threes, and even creating his own shots with some N1s. That's exactly the version of Hachimura they need, fearless and assertive. DeAndre looked great too, not just on paper, but with real energy, protecting the rim, and even out-rebounding Rudy Gobert. His chemistry in the pick and roll with Luka, Austin, and even Smart showed growth. He ended with 15 points, 8 boards, a block, shot 7 of 11, and finished plus 9 overall. Solid game from him, great one from Rui, monster game from Luka and Austin, and a complete team win across the board. With all that said, let's hear from J.J. Redick himself on how they look tonight and how they can ride this wave moving forward.
JJ, first, what did you just make of Luka and the efficiency and the ways in which he was getting his shots and the whole floor game that he played?
He managed the game really well. By that I mean we needed him. We had to have him scoring early. They were making shots. We made some defensive mistakes. Talked about it in a timeout. You know, we did it against Golden State the other day. We just made stuff up. You know, we've had enough practice now where we can stick to our rules, and if those rules don't work, yeah, we can make an adjustment. And we started getting stops. They went to some blitzes, double teams. He became a willing passer. You know, defensively early, thought they really attacked him. He responded to that. His defense, from halfway through the first quarter on was really good, and then just you get 11 rebounds out of your point guard is just awesome. So just a complete game from him tonight.
We had talked about after the last game, the third quarter, and it seemed like that was the total switch tonight. What adjustments did you make? It looked like there were a couple different things you were doing defensively, and how did you feel like that played out?
Oh, there were no basketball adjustments. There was a halftime routine adjustment. That's all. They called the first timeout, I think, for the first time in Lakers history. The other team called the first timeout in the third quarter. Had a nice all right with the group. All right group. Yeah, we did it, So maybe that's the blueprint. Just the coaches, just changing the routine a little bit.
What did you say to Luka after he missed that layup when he had 48? Like, you guys had an exchange. There
was some discussion around whether or not, I'm trying to get the guy 50, and I had already given him 3 chances, and I gave him a 4th chance. He gets fouled, and then he blows that too. So, but no, he was awesome.
Let's say, what about after the free throw? The last free throws before he subbed out. What did you say to him after that?
Oh, that's what I told him. I said,
okay.
You got 4 now. Because in the timeout, we were talking, and I said, I've given you 3 chances. You passed up a layup. Gabe had a wide open 3. Love good to great. We don't need to go good to great to great to great. Like, just take the shot, So, to do what we did tonight against that team, which, going back to last year, I know the first game of the season was like a 6-turnover game for us. The next 2 in Minnesota were, if they weren't high teens, they were low 20s turnover. Turnovers hurt us in the series last year. I think we had 2 shot clock violations, so we basically had 10 turnovers as a team. Austin having 11 assists and 1 turnover. Luka having 8 with 3 our primary guys really just managed the game well, and we got good shots, and we had some timely crashes, made some timely defensive plays during that run in the second half. Just a really good effort from our guys.
Since Luka's not the only guy on the team tonight, actually, what did you think about DeAndre Ayton tonight, the way he played? Did he play with the force you wanted to see?
Yeah. DA was great. I thought his patience for the game was really good. By that, Luka getting it going early, being the beneficiary of DA's screening at times. You get into halftime, I thought DA was playing really well. You look up, he's got 3 shots, and really just kind of let the offense come to him throughout that second half. And then defensively, he was really good as well.
You want to let Luka win you out of here?
I'm happy to leave.
JJ, Laker fans are known for being so rational and reasonable and patient. Did you feel any of the angst since the opening night loss? And you told us pregame it was a very detailed approach for the last couple of days. Was that in any way feeling what maybe Laker Nation was feeling?
No, I've great respect for fan bases that care. I've already been warned by the NBA. I'm not allowed to use cuss words in here, but I like fan bases that give they care, and so I appreciate it. Got the chance to play in Philly. It's like an honor to coach this team and be a part of this organization and try to lead this group and represent this fan base. So I'm well aware that the angst exists and there's an overreaction to everything. I followed and been in the NBA long enough to know that exists with fan bases that care as much as the Lakers fan base do, but it didn't change or affect, I don't think, me or the group at all in terms of our preparation for this game. And we have a really tough stretch coming up over the next week with these 4 games coming up, so we just got to continue to build, continue to work. Thank you, guys.